I want you to know that I was a really good girl. No, seriously, I was a very well-behaved girl. I was not a brat. Oh, no, 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 no. I never did anything wrong. I was in primary school, which I think is, I would have been about 8. I was walking home from school and there had been a house that was being demolished. And it had been a source of some attraction to children walking home from school. And I never went in there, ever, because I was a good girl. Except that one time when I was walking past this house and I was like, la, 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 walking, and then I stopped. And then I walked backwards a bit and I looked over at the house. I looked in the direction I should have been going, carried on because I was a good girl. But no, temptation was getting to me. Backtracked a little more, looked at the house, thought, no, get thee behind me, Satan. I didn't really say that because I was a little girl and I didn't know all about temptation. Satan pulled a gun on me. He said, you go into that house. Okay, maybe it wasn't quite like that, but I was very, very tempted to go into that house. I just thought, I'll just go and have a little look, just a little look-see. I was curious, so I went onto the property, checked that no grown-ups were around to see me, and I wandered into the house, and I wandered into a room. It was all kind of rubble, and there was a pile of bricks, but the walls were still standing, and there was this beautiful glass window. It was probably cleaner than the ones I have here at home. There were no fingerprints on that one. There was a pile of bricks. There was a wall with a glass window, pile of bricks, window, bricks, window, bricks, window. You know where this is going, don't you? I picked up a brick just to look at it because I was a good girl. I never did anything wrong. Looked at the brick, window, brick, window. I was in no way a destructive girl. I was a good girl. I heard people coming. I recognised the voices. It was beep beep and boop boop. I'm not going to say their names, they might watch it and I don't want to incriminate them. I got a little scared because they were bad boys. They were the bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys. Oh yeah, they owned the hood, these bad boys. Yeah, beep beep and boop boop. They were coming. I heard their voices. Well, I had to make a quick getaway. I lost control. I had no intention of connecting that brick with that window over there, but next minute, crash, smash, bang, I gapped it, man. I ran and I heard a grown-up's voice going, hey, you boys, get over here. You boys, come back here. Well, the boys got caught. The boys copped it. So I heard through the grapevine. They denied it vehemently, that they had nothing to do with it and they just happened to be on the property because of no particular reason. I was nowhere near the scene because I was like halfway down my own street by then and I didn't know I could run so fast. I was not a well child. I had health problems. There was no way it could have been me. This was a burden that I carried with me for many years. And then one day our school had a reunion, just picking something up off the floor, and I saw beep beep, full grown man, bald. I was looking great. There he was standing there bald with a tummy. Oh, he didn't own the neighbourhood now. I thought, okay, got to cleanse myself of this sin, this thing that I've carried with me, this burden. So I went up to him and I went, hey, beep beep, remember me? I'm not going to say his name, he might be watching this. And he goes, oh yeah, I remember you, yeah, you know. And I was like, oh crap, he remembers me because, I was like not a popular kid and it was probably better not to be remembered. So I kind of said, oh, do you remember, that house that was being demolished there, and he goes, oh yeah, me and Boop Boop, we went there because we were stealing all the copper so that we could sell it off down at the local place. I don't know what's it called. Anyway, they were there to steal and I was like, oh, you remember you got done for a broken window? And he goes, yes, but we're grown-ups now. Okay, we're grown up, so I can. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, bye. No, I didn't. I said, and he looked at me in disbelief because I was a good girl. I never got into any trouble. I was surprised he even remembered me because I was a good girl. The only reason he'd remember me is because I was the kid who was always wetting her pants. That's a little too much information. So yeah, he kind of like, that was you? And then he goes, he was quite good about it because he was a grown up then. And he goes, nah, we were there to steal the copper anyway. So they got done for a crime that was not the crime they went to commit, but it was. So yeah, I would like to say I got away with it scot-free, but let me tell you, guilt, it's not a good thing to live with. I'm pleased that I let that go. So now I'm putting it out there, okay? I did that thing. I'm sorry, beep beep and boo boo, but I'm sorry I did that to you. And I'm sorry to the person who owned the brick and who owned the window. You're probably dead now because that was many decades ago. I hope it didn't, hurt you too much. But you probably felt quite good that you managed to catch culprits. They may not have been the right culprits, but they were still culprits. They were going to steal your copper, which was worth far more than that manky old piece of glass that was probably chipped in the first place. I did you a favour, okay? I did you a favour. That was an insurance claim right there. I'm forgiven by grace, just so you know. Christians aren't perfect. I can move on now. I have cleansed myself. Thank you. This has been quite cathartic for me. I thank you very much for listening, and now we shall just get on and move on with our lives. And could you please install safety glass if you know I'm coming to visit? Thank you. Bye.